Around the holidays, there's not many people harder to shop for than photographers and filmmakers for the reason of everything is just so unbelievably expensive. As a filmmaker, I have a very hard time telling people what I want, but today I am helping you if you're searching for what to buy your filmmaker friend, family member, whoever it is. We're talking things you can buy for a beginner, a professional, gift cards that you can buy for them that will still feel thoughtful, and then finally, if you're trying to buy somebody their first camera, a few recommendations that I have that are a great starting point that can actually be good and last longer than just the next 6 months. Starting out from beginner, and these will be ordered from the cheapest to the most expensive for each of the different categories. Starting out with a good SD card organizer. We accumulate so many different memory cards and it's hard to keep track of which ones are good, bad, which ones are in use, out of use, so something like this could be great. And then something that I use every single day, I actually think I just used it, this little small rig multi-tool. This will cost about $20 and it has a bunch of different tools in it, screwdrivers, has a little flat part so that you can twist in your tripod plates, and then some Allen wrenches on the other side. Another invaluable piece of gear that I have had in my bag forever. Moving on, I think SD cards are always a great option. If you know that they shoot on a GoPro or some kind of action camera, a micro SD will be great, something similar to this one. The V60 or V90 grade are really good because yes, they might be a little bit more expensive, like this micro SD is $45, but I do think that it is worth it, so then that gear can grow with them. They won't necessarily have to buy a new one every single time they buy a new piece of gear. And then if they have a DSLR, a point and shoot type camera, they likely have a normal SD card. I would recommend getting a V90 SD card. This one is from Lexar. This will be $90 for 128 gigs. This is a really good piece of gear that will complement the gear that they already have. So you don't have to buy them a camera, but this is something that will allow them to use their camera to the best of its abilities. Next up, coming in at $90 once again, is a small light. This light is from Aperture. Aperture is one of the best brands on the market, and this is something that people can keep in their bag, and it complements any kind of environment. It's good for putting an accent up in the background, even lighting their face a little bit if they're in their office trying to get started making some videos. This small Aperture MC video light is something that stays in my bag all the time and is relatively cheap and a great starter point for video lighting. Something else that is just under that $100 mark, coming in at $90, is the Short Stash Everyday Filter. A trendy thing right now is to get that dreamy effect, to get the highlights blooming and that little glow. We call it halation. Something that people like is a Pro Mist filter. This is a filter that I use on my lens, and it is called the Short Stash Everyday Filter. It's $90, ranging up a little bit higher. I will tell you, this is kind of a hard thing to buy somebody if you don't know the exact lens that they have. If you do, look it up. Look up the thread size. It'll be something like 49 millimeters, 67 millimeters, maybe even up to 82 millimeters. Make sure you buy them the right one because this will be different for every single lens, but this will give that nice nostalgic look, pairing it up with a CPL, which is great to get rid of reflections on water, car windows, anything like that. But the big thing is that it has that Pro Mist filter built into it, which gives you that nice glow that people love. Jumping back over to lighting, for about $140, we have the Amaran 60D light. This light is just powerful enough to light my face right now. I have a light on me. It is at about that power. So this is a great light that I used for the first, I think, 5 years of my career and didn't have any other lights. This is great for getting into corporate videos, getting into any kind of interviews. This light will be awesome for those beginners trying to just get started. I will say the little caveat around this is that I would also recommend getting them some kind of cheap softbox. This light is the size that'll work with just about any softbox you can find, so just go on Amazon. I also will link a few other softboxes down below that can pair with this light, but that is a way that you can give this gift to them and they can use it to the best of its abilities tomorrow. 2 more gifts for the beginners. The first one is a nice camera bag. I like the Brevity jumper bag. This is a good day-to-day travel bag that can fit some camera gear, some personal stuff, Also has a laptop sleeve. I highly recommend it because these beginners don't have a ton of gear, and they might want to use this bag to take the camera with them everywhere that they go. So this is a great option, coming in at $170, another gift that can live with them down the road. The last beginner gift recommendation that I will give you is the tripod that I'm using at this very second that the camera is sitting on. This is the ProMaster XCM tripod. Great travel-friendly tripod, great build quality, a tripod that can be great in many different circumstances with many different cameras and also hold that professional value. This is $190, the most expensive of the beginner gifts. Now moving on to the professional gifts, and they are very niche gifts, so even if you don't think it's a great thing, please just trust me on this because we're not buying them cameras here. We're not buying them lenses. Everything that these professionals own is so expensive. So these are different pieces of gear that can complement what they already do and make their life easier. I genuinely think that they would be a little bit impressed if you got them anything that I recommend here. So bear with me and just trust me on a lot of these gifts. The first gift for these professionals is a fast USB-C cord, coming in at about $12. This allows for them to use their hard drives, their cameras, all these different things to the best of their abilities, and I bet you they have a lot of the slow ones laying around, but these expensive ones are something that you don't really buy. So buy maybe 2 or 3 of these, they're $12 each, and this is a gift that I can guarantee they will use for all of their future projects. Next up, something that a lot of professionals end up dabbling in a little bit is film. I personally have a film camera that I like to shoot on, but there are different kind of restrictions that come with shooting film. A lot of them end up being financial. Film is expensive, developing film is expensive, so you can buy them some film for $25. You can get film on Amazon. I would recommend simple 400 speed film and make sure that it is 35mm film as well. This is a good thoughtful gift, especially if you know that they enjoy shooting film a little bit, like myself. Next up, we have what we call a small rig magic arm. This allows you to attach the camera to anything, and you can never have enough of these because they come in handy in the smallest of situations. So while this is a little bit of a specialty gift, it is only $20, but I would recommend get at least 2 of them. 2 allows for a lot of different versatility for them to use it. Next up, coming in at $45, is a nice Anker portable charger. This one is for your phone. Whenever you're on the road, whenever you're at shoots, constantly what you're looking for is just to charge your phone a little bit, and buying one that is from a nice brand is a great option. So this is $45 for an Anker portable charger that will last a long time. Going into what I would actually recommend, the thing that I own, for $180 you can buy an Anker portable charger that will charge your laptop. This is the best of the best when it comes to brands. And whenever you're on the road, whenever you're at shoots, a lot of times you don't have something that is strong enough to actually charge your laptop. This one is designed to do just that, on top of being small and compact and also being able to charge your phone or any other device that comes with. You can even charge your cameras with it. So this would be honestly my #1 recommendation for a professional's gift to get. To wrap up the professional gifts, I think that this is a very niche thing. It's always fun to just have old cameras on your shelf and whatnot because we're all guilty, photographers, filmmakers, of making this our whole personality. So, I mean, I think a safe gift is a vintage camera that works or doesn't work that can just be used as a decoration. Now moving on to a few options for gift cards, and then finally I'll get to the cameras that you should buy if you're trying to buy somebody their first camera. For gift cards, I would recommend the big one that people would love, everybody would love if they're into cameras, is from B&H Photo. You can get them anything from $25 to, I mean, however generous you're feeling. I mean, they would love you if you got them like a $5,000 gift card. But you can get it from B&H Photo. They sell any kind of camera gear, the newest cameras that are out. It's a trustworthy website, and everybody that I know in the space has ordered from there and orders from there very consistently. Another one that is pretty photographer specific, especially for those people that I was talking about that shoot film, is from a website called Indisposable. This is a service where you can ship your already shot film to them and they will develop it for you and send you digital files. So if you paired this up with buying people film, you also got them a gift card to get it developed. there's no more friction where they have to worry about not shooting film, because it is kind of frustrating knowing that it costs like $50 per roll of film to get developed and to buy the film. So if you buy them that gift, pair those up with one another, I think it's a really great option. Once again, it's called Indisposable. It is just a website where you can easily go and buy a gift card. You'll probably have to print it out and just give it to them as like a gift certificate. And then the final one that I'm not going to harp on too much, I would recommend Amazon. I know that that's pretty surface level, so you don't have to if you don't want to, but we are very much guilty of being like, crap, I need this microphone and the only place that can get it to me tomorrow is Amazon, or I need that USB-C cord and the only place I can get it to me tomorrow is Amazon. So an Amazon gift card is always a safe bet as well. Finally, to wrap it up, 3 cameras that I would recommend for you to buy any beginner that probably doesn't have a camera quite yet but wants to get into photo, video, or both, which most people want to get into a little bit of both. For Canon, I would recommend the Canon R50V. This camera will be $500-$600 paired up with the lens. I think the cheapest you can get the kit for is coming in just under $700. This is a great option that I think the specs are much better than people give it credit for, and it can actually last for professional work and get their foot in the door. For Sony, I would recommend the ZVE-10 or the ZVE-1F. I know they're a mouthful. I promise you I'll link them down below. Those cameras all kind of float around the $500 to $750 mark. Camera gear is expensive. We all know that. These cameras will actually be able to keep up with the professional cameras that people like myself are using. That would be a great gift to get somebody whenever they are getting started. My recommendations are the ZVE-10, the ZVE-10 Mark II I think is out as well, and the Canon R50V. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you buy any of these for your family members, your friends, and if they like them. I really think that there are some great options in here, and anything on this list for somebody like myself would be a really good, thoughtful gift. Have a great day, happy holidays, and I'll see you next week. Peace.